Welcome to Plate Design. Today what we're going to do is we're going to look at the process on getting images to the plate because that's going to change what image that you end up choosing. I'm going to show you strong plates versus weak plates, and then we're going to talk about how to search for that on Google Image Search. And every year that changes just a little bit, so I have to change this presentation. So actually we're not going to go there, we're just going to literally do it. But the process in doing the plates is fairly simple. You need to transfer the design over. So we get a design on the computer, and then we need to make it permanent, okay? By putting it on the plate is just the beginning, and then we're going to glaze it, okay? So number one, you're going to get a design, and just like I showed you yesterday, you're going to get that design on the Google Image Search, and we'll print it out, and then you're going to be able to print it on the plate, kind of like a temporary tattoo. But that does not make it permanent. You have to actually glaze over top of that to make it stay. So after I fire it, you'll have the design on there, and then we'll put black glaze on it. Another way to make it permanent is actually doing little tiny lines on it, like a really dull pencil. Don't go very deep when you do this. A lot of students go super deep because it's just this clay is soft and it's easy to get that pencil in there. So just kind of lightly at the top of your design. Okay, so this is a good design. It looks like a helmet. I can tell it's a helmet. I can tell what team it is. This is what I would consider a bad design. Okay, believe it or not, that is a football helmet, but it was done with a photograph. Like the artist put a photograph in first, and then he tried to paint that photograph, and it didn't follow through that well because you have to make it permanent. Okay. Now, we talked a long time about the use of images. I don't want an Ohio State plate. You cannot do an Ohio State plate. I don't want any words on it. This is art class. It should be metaphors and symbols, okay? No cliches like hearts or yin-yangs or the infinity sign. Those are cliches. In other words, people already know, they think they know what they mean, but they really don't mean anything at all because there's so much that they think it means. This is an A-plus plate. I'm going to grade on how nicely the plate is. She has this nice design around the outside. It's smooth on the edges. The image that she picked inside here is a circle. It goes really well. She can put some other images in, which you're welcome to do as well. But an A plus. This one is an A, okay? Not an A plus. An A plus might be a better design around the outside. It would be nice to see like maybe dark patches here or some of those feathers or the branch or something would be a better design. It's a good metaphor. I like the metaphor. Still an A, just not an A plus. This is an A. I mean the dog you can't see that well. I like the cross. I like the masculine design around the outside. All of that's pretty good. This is not an A or maybe even not even a B. This is trying to do designs like Ohio State and the Blue Jacket. It's just too much, even if you were allowed to do those things. And kind of clunky looking plate. Okay, this one kind of broke apart, so it didn't get an A. I like the stingray as a metaphor. And I like the way he took the black around the outside edge. Just because it broke doesn't mean he couldn't work with it. This is probably B plus, maybe an A minus. I don't know. I like the flip flops for a metaphor. I like the dots that go around here. I like the thick and thin lines. Not bad. It's a pretty good plate. Here are weak examples. All right. Don't do a heart. It's a cliche, and if you do a better job than that. And I'd like to know how you can justify doing Stewie there, but if you do Stewie, my goodness, what is that? Is that an arm? Was that a fin? I don't know what's going on there with the design. Do a good job with the design. All right. Now, the Google image search. This is pretty simple. You're going to get a design in your Google Classroom, a folder that I want you to work with, and basically you get that design. Let me open one up here for you. So here's the drawing template that I sent to you in Google Classroom, and a little circle here is the flat part of your plate, and the big circle is the outside of your plate. So you want your design to be right in here, okay? The circles don't matter that much. You can that's just to help you get a good size. Okay, so now you're going to go to Google image search. So I just go ahead and hit on Google Images like that, get it onto Google Images, and I'm going to go ahead and type in dragon, and you're going to get these designs right here. Well, this you might be able to do, but most of these you cannot do. They're too complicated. It's through full color. I mean, you're gonna have to repaint these with glaze. There's no way you can print that on there, but you barely see it in black and white anyways. So a couple things I want you to do. See, if you hit this thing called Tools right here, and then you hit Colors and hit black and white, that's a good start. Now, that design might work. That curved design might work really well. This rounded one might work pretty good. This is not good. The How to Train Your Dragon. This has got too many lines to it, but you've got a whole lot better now. Another way to make it even better is to go to like clip art, okay? And when you do clip art, you get these silhouettes and these really simple things that you can paint. So a couple things I want you to try on here on the black and white and clip art till you find the right design. Now this is, when you move it, it's really easy. I found out I used to have this complicated way to do it, but let's say I wanted this dragon right here, and I want to put it in my template. I'm just going to drag it up here and then bring it back down. Do you see how that switched to that tab? And now it is in my my template, and I can go ahead and make that the right size. It's okay, now it fits right in there pretty good, and really I'm ready to go at this point. And you might turn it in for me, and then I will print those so that when the plates come, the next time we see the plates, I can put that right on there. And that's about it. Have fun today.